Welcome to Cooking and Storing with Ann and Wayne. Today we're going to be cooking these beautiful baby back ribs on our Ninja Pro XL cooker. First we will put our rub on, then we'll take them out and we'll show you the setup, all the different settings that you'll need for your Pro XL cooker. We'll let them cook for a couple of hours, take them off, put a little barbecue sauce on them, put them back on the grill and let that caramelize, and we'll show you the finished result. I also want to show you a cookbook that I ordered that I really enjoy. It walks you through all of the steps for lots of different recipes. So let's go and get cooking. The first thing we're going to do for our ribs is to put a dry rub, massage a dry rub into our ribs. This is just a standard dry rub made by McCormick's. Just bought it at the grocery store. Now you can make your own rub. They're certainly not difficult, and most of us would have the things that we need already in our pantry. But if you want to just use a prepared rub, any prepared rub from the grocery store that is geared toward barbecuing, I think would work just fine with this. Now, one suggestion that I did see, and I'll probably try it the next time I make ribs, was to slather your ribs in mustard before you put your rub on. They said it made the rub adhere to your ribs better, which makes perfect sense if you've got something there for it to grab onto. And you want to put a generous amount of the rub on each side of your rib. Alright, so there is our rub, and they're now ready to go out and go on our cooker. We're going to let them cook for about 2 hours. So let's take them out and get started.
At this point, we're out here on the back deck with our Ninja cooker smoker, and we've got it plugged in and ready to go. Now I'm going to show you installing the wood pellets and talk a little bit about that. And then Ann's going to show you setting up the display for the time and temperature and the mode that we'll be cooking at. So let's move on. At this point, we're ready to add our Woodfire pellets, and we're using these Kona pellets today. Just make sure that whatever you use, you get pellets that are made for the Ninja cooker or a cooker of this style. The manufacturer does warn you not to use just any old wood chips and stuff because they don't work the same. They go in here, you just pull this back. If this is not hot, you can pull this out, and I've already filled this up. They give you this little scoop, but the main thing is you can just take this out, fill it up, just so it's more, not more than level full. Put it right back down in there, and you're ready to go. And if you are smoking something that smokes for an extended period of time, you may have to open this up. Just carefully add more pellets and you're good to go.
Now we're ready to get started with our settings. Our grill's name is Greta, so we're going to do Greta's settings to do baby back ribs. First thing we want to do is turn it on, and she says hello. Then we have all of these different modes we can choose from. We can do grill, smoker, air crisp, roast, bake, broil, and dehydrate. Well, today we're going to smoke our ribs, so we're going to hit our mode button, and it will drop down to the second thing, which is smoker. The next thing we want to do is set our temperature. We want to cook our ribs at 300 degrees So with this little knob here, we can adjust our temperature to whatever we want. So now we're at 300 degrees. Now we're going to cook our ribs for, we're going to go with 2 hours. So we hit our time button. It'll start flashing, and then we can go up to 2 hours. And we're ready to go. Then here is our start button. We push our start button. It goes to ignite. That will start our little pellets to burn.
And heat up the grill.
And heat up the grill.
As your smoker starts heating up, you'll see a lot of smoke coming out from these vents at the back. That's normal. But also over there on that side where you put your pellets in, you also see smoke coming out from there occasionally, but most of it will come out of this vent here on the back right there. If you raise your front hood, you also get a lot of smoke out from the inside of the smoker. When your Ninja smoker is preheating, your display will look like this. These blinking dots will show you kind of the progress. When they get all the way across and you've got 4 sets of 2s, it will go back to your time and temperature. At that point, it's time to put the food on the smoker.
Okay, so our grill has now heated up and it has started its countdown. We've missed it by a minute, so we're going to go ahead and get our ribs on the grill and get them started cooking.
And don't open the lid till you're ready, because there's a lot of smoke in here.
Okay, close it up. We're going to check them in about 30 minutes. If they're starting to look too dry, I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to, this is a watered down apple juice solution. We're just going to spritz them with some of this in 30 minutes. If they're looking dry, then we'll wait another 30 minutes and check them, and if they're looking dry, we'll spritz a little more on there just to keep them from drying out too much while they're cooking. Here's the cookbook I promised to talk a little bit about. It's just a Ninja Woodfire cookbook, and that's the only recipes that are in it. And I really like it because it's appropriate for the seasoned Ninja user as well as the beginner. I like it because it doesn't use a lot of fancy ingredients that I can't pronounce. That most of the ingredients that are called for are things that we're going to already have in our pantry. So if you're interested, we'll put a link in our description for the Amazon link for the cookbook. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, so we're going to open the grill and see if we need to spritz it with a little of our apple juice mixture.
We had to add a little something.
Yeah. We wanted a dog for lunch, so we're having a hot dog. We put them on the grill to cook with the ribs. And there's a couple of dry looking spots, so I'm going to spritz this just a little bit with their mixture. And then we'll put the lid back down and we're back to cooking. And we'll be back in 30 minutes or so and see if we need to give it another little spritz.
And also the smoke has pretty much stopped. And if you look in our little bin here, most of the pellets are pretty much burned up, so I'm going to add a few pellets to that. So I'll get this opened up. Oh God, I should have had this done there. Here we go. Just drop those in there. Just add a few extra pellets. Just make sure it'll close completely, and that'll add to the smoke. Now one quick thing I missed when you add pellets to the side hopper, if they don't start smoking within 5 or 10 minutes, you can hit your Woodfire flavor button, press that and hold it for about 3 seconds or so, and your display will go back to ignition. It will reignite your pellets and get them smoking good for you. Okay, at this point we're out here. We think our ribs are ready. We got our instant read thermometer. We're going to stick it in there where we think is about the thickest point. And it read, what are we supposed to read?
We want 200, and so it's a little over.
Yeah, it went to about 202, so that's good. All right, Anne's going to put the barbecue sauce on it.
You can use your barbecue sauce of choice. We don't like a super sweet barbecue sauce, so what I do is take a Sweet Baby Ray's, and then we can put the sweetness down with a little vinegar and thin it out with a little water, and it makes the perfect consistency for us. Okay. Now we're going to close it up for just a minute, let it caramelize a little. Then we'll take them off and we'll show you how tender they are. Okay, here's our finished ribs. Got a little caramelized barbecue sauce on them, and we'll probably add more sauce when we get ready to eat them. They look delicious. All right, we're going to give them a taste. See if they're good and tender.
Yep.
They're still pretty hot.
About too hot to hold. Sure looks good. Oh boy. I wish you could taste something through a video. This is great.
It's got a nice texture. They're not mushy, but they're tender, which is how I like mine.
Very good, very good.
So it's that simple to use your Ninja wood-fired grill.
Yep. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a thumbs up and subscribe to our video. Sorry, I'm still eating. We'd really appreciate it if you do those things for us. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us to grow our YouTube channel to bring you more videos like this. So at this point in time, we'd just like to say thank you for visiting Cooking and Storing with Ann and Wayne.